This is, hopefully, episode 12 of The Billionaires Forgot to Update the Propaganda of Their Peasants. And this one's a little different because I just want to ask you a very simple question. What is the purpose of borders? No, seriously, what is the purpose of borders? Like, actually sit down, quantify, and explain their purpose and why we should have them. Because every time I hear someone talk about borders, they always say some crazy shit like, well, it's there to keep out the infinite disease crime monsters that will destroy our nation if we don't have a strong border. And it's just like, those are people just like everyone else over there, right? They're actually pretty normal and chill. They have good food, too. So, what is the actual purpose of borders? Well, in reality, what borders are is a tool of the elite to control you. It's the pen in which you're not allowed to leave. Because immigrants aren't allowed in, but you're not allowed out either, right? Not without permission. And you think just because your cage is slightly nicer than their cage, that it's a good thing? No. Borders don't limit capital. Borders don't limit corporations. Borders barely limit governments. The only thing borders really do is act as a cage to keep you in place and following their rules. Because if you want to leave, too fucking bad. And that differential is the thing that allows you to be exploited by the elite, because you have no choice. You can't just up and leave. Borders are tools of the elite to control the population, the pen in which you are not allowed to leave. Because borders didn't always exist, right? You used to be able to just come right into America, no problem. There were tons of systems to come in, do a little work, and then leave. And in fact, did you know that this entire passport system that we have, where you need all these stringent checks and checkpoints and all these paperwork? Yeah, that shit was invented after World War II as a temporary measure while the world got itself back into order, so that Nazi spies and shit wouldn't make their way into other countries, as good as that did us. But then the elite realized, oh, hey, we can use this whole border thing to our advantage. Because we can have one group of people stuck in one position and another group of people stuck in a worse position, and then we can use the relative desperation created by that differential to actively profit. The elite can profit from it more effectively because you have no choice but to accept their shitty offer because it's the only thing available to you. If you think I'm wrong, then please, by all means, tell me what borders actually are.